Where do Paddy Jackson and Stuart Olding end up, do you think?
My gut would be Jackson will go to France and Olding may have to go further afield. I think the English clubs are going to come under a lot of pressure if they try and sign them, because I think this has made an impact in the UK that it hasn't made in France. Now, the English clubs live in a different bubble because they've 12 clubs. They don't get the national media focus that the Munster, Leinster operate. It's particularly everything they do is monitored by you guys here, by us in the papers. Whereas Exeter get by at least half of the rounds wouldn't get a national correspondent. So it's a kind of a quiet life. But I think the focus would come on them. If they
Stuart Barnes is writing about it today in the Times. Now, I don't know if it's a piece specifically to the Irish edition, but it'll certainly be carried in the UK edition, and he's talking about the UK sponsors are going to be looking at it in exactly the same way the Bank of Ireland were looking at it and going, no thanks.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the further you move away, like Ben Teo was cleared of an incident, not at the same scale in Australia before Leinster signed him, but it got mentioned in all the pieces when he arrived, but it really didn't. It was so far away, it was so far removed that it didn't really affect him when he came over. He went on to become an England international. I think the further afield you go, the less this stuff sticks to you. But if you just move to England, where the reports of the trial, I was surprised they didn't get more play over there, but the verdict and the IRFU decision to revoke their contracts certainly have been picked up big time in the UK media. So I think rugby fans over there are very much aware of what's happened. I don't know if it's gotten the same emotive response. I don't know if it will have the same level of fan reaction if they were to be signed. I mean, can you imagine if the IRFU had taken the other decision and kept them, and the text that you guys would be getting, the letters they would have gotten, the response.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it will have the same resonance because they haven't lived through it every day in the way that we have in terms of everything coming through in the media. I think it's been the biggest story of the year, so that's definitely there. But I do think that sponsors and clubs that have, if you sell your sport on values, then you have to take a big deeper breath before you make that decision to sign these two players who are undoubtedly really good rugby players. But they're going to bring a bit of a stink to your club, especially if you're in an English language area and you're picking up all the media that's about them. Because the first thing every fan does when they sign a player is you Google.
Who is this person?
Yeah, and that's going to cause a couple of problems.